Hi guys, it's Rob from Royal Balls. Just as a break today from my breeder series, I thought we'd take a look at some of my holdbacks, the best of the holdbacks from my 2020 season. I do love to show off some of the snakes I've produced. It is, after all, why we're in the hobby, and it's nice to take time out every once in a while just to admire your snakes. I have had quite a few questions about the 8-ball girl, so stay tuned because you're going to see her today. Let's take a look. So this guy here is from my first clutch of the season, a spot nose clutch, and this is actually a spot nose Mojave vanilla yellow belly male. He's growing quite nicely. He's about 6 months old, and all of this clutch are now between 400 and 600 grams, eating very well. You can see the gorgeous pattern on this guy and some of the stunning oranges on the tail. So this is the male, this is a female. This is a carbon copy of Mum with the addition of spot nose. So this is a pastel vanilla spot nose, or pastel spot nose Mojave and vanilla, and she doesn't have the oranges that the male has because she has no yellow belly in her. So this is pastel vanilla spot nose female, and another female from that clutch. It's just a simple spot nose yellow belly, but you can see this 2-gene animal is extremely bright. The yellow belly works wonders with the spot nose, and this female is a definite holdback. She has a future here at Royal Balls. So this is spot nose yellow belly. Look at that awesome spot nose head stamp. Very cool snake, this one, for just a 2-gene combo. This guy here is actually from my first lavender clutch this year. This is just a straight lavender. I thought at first he might be fire, but it's now obvious that he's not. He's still very high contrast, so I think this is just a straight lavender. Again, you can see that he's growing quite nicely. This is an awesome holdback from that het to het lavender clutch. Let's take a look at this girl from my first clown clutch of the season. This is a pastel vanilla clown female, very, very bright. You can see the white head. And vanilla gives this characteristic stretching out of the keyholes in the alien heads. You can see some of the alien heads are joined together, characteristic of vanilla, and this girl is very, very bright. So pastel vanilla clown female. And I did get 2 of those. This one's even brighter, another pastel vanilla clown, also female. This one is the better of the 2, I think, in terms of quality, but slightly smaller than her sister. This guy is from the same clutch. This is a male, and this is just a clown, nothing else in him, just clown. But this guy always impresses me when I open the tub because he's just such a quality example of clown. Very, very regular alien heads, awesome head stamp, and an almost continuous dorsal stripe all the way down his body. So whilst it is a male and probably not so useful in my future projects, this guy is just an awesome example of a clown, a classic. Love this guy. This is also a male from the same clutch, and this is either a vanilla or a fire clown, and I think this is actually vanilla, very reduced vanilla, quite a nice example really nice colour. So I think this is Vanilla Clown. So these 3 snakes here, we had to zoom out a little bit just to get them all in. Now this is also from my Het Lavender clutch. What we have here is snakes with 1 copy of fire. This is a straight fire. Add a copy of pastel to make the firefly, and add 2 copies of pastel to make the superfly. So we have fire, firefly, superfly. These are all 66% Het Lavender, and they're all so bright that I think these are going to prove out. They're much brighter than their siblings, which I think are the non-Hets. But it's a nice, interesting progression. These animals are staying very bright, and just shows the progression when you add pastel to fire. So fire, firefly, superfly. Let's take a look at this feisty little girl. I think we've had lots of questions about her. This is the 8-ball. She is eating, she is growing, although not quite as fast as her siblings because I'm feeding her smaller meals, but she's managing on her own. She's striking, coiling and eating, and as you can see she is actually thriving. So that little deformity that she had with the kinking seems to be no hindrance to her, and there she is. You can judge for yourself. She still has the little kink behind the neck, she still has a slightly underslung jaw, but they are very slight. This girl is actually extremely nervous. So this is my cinnamon black pastel, and you can see she's doing fine. This feisty little girl here that tried to nip me when I took her out of the tub is a black pastel, just straight black pastel. If you remember, we bred a Savannah or cinnamon Mojave to a banana black pastel, and we were hoping to be able to reverse engineer black pastel, and sure enough we got one. This is a black pastel female. Awesome stuff. This I think is cinnamon Mojave or Savannah, just like her mum, but she is even better than mum. You can see how joined up the alien heads are down the side and how strong the dorsal striping is. Again, another female. So this is a cinnamon Mojave or Savannah. And this is what happens when you take the cinnamon Mojave or Savannah and add banana. So this is a banana Savannah or banana cinnamon Mojave. It is a male, but you can see the very strong dorsal, and also similar features here, the extended alien heads, although banana does have an influence on that. These guys all seem to be particularly bad tempered. He's hissing at me, and he's ready to have a strike if I give him a target. So this is one of my favourite snakes actually from that clutch. This is banana cinnamon Mojave. This guy, again hissing at me, is banana black pastel, just like his dad, but whilst they are young they retain a lot of that really nice bright orange colour. So this is banana black pastel. You can see he is starting to develop the classic black freckles. This girl here, this is a pastel leopard female, and she is a holdback. As I say, I do not have just straight leopard in my collection, and I wanted a female, and we got a really nice one. This guy here is a fire clown. You can see the alien heads are all joined together, very reduced pattern. You can see the classic head stamp, and he is brighter than the vanilla. See also the donuts on the dorsal. So this is a fire clown male, pastel clown female. Pastel always looks really nice in clown when the snake is young, but does tend to fade and add a little bit of dirtiness as the snake ages. But for now, this girl is a little cracker. She's a pastel clown. Now from the same clutch, this guy is actually going into shed. You can see that this is one of the 2 pastel enchi or firefly enchi, and as these things mature and age they are not getting the classic dirtiness, and the dorsal stripe is getting lighter and lighter, so it is looking more and more like this is the first of 2 Firefly Enchi clowns that I produced this year. This guy's looking a little dull because he's going into shed. This is the more reduced of the two, and this guy is not going into shed, and he's looking fantastic. Again, you can see that he's not developing any of that pastel dirtiness. The dorsal is staying very, very bright. So this is the second of two Firefly Enchi clowns we're thinking now that I produced this year. So save the best for last. This is Firefly Enchi clown. Here's one that I have to show. This is my only pickup from last year. I did not breed this guy. This came from Omar, thanks mate, and I'm showing him off again. This is a banana clown, 100% het for albino or albino, whichever you prefer. And this is just a stunning animal, absolutely stunning. Banana clown is just fantastic. Look at the oranges on this guy, how bright he is. This is just such an awesome animal. So banana clown. This is my super fire, came from the cherry bomb clutch. We were trying for the super fire lavender or cherry bomb, but you can see this guy has actually got black eyes. So this is super fire, and as he's got older you can see that he's starting to get some of those little yellow spots on him that super fire has. So this is my super fire male, and let me just throw in another lavender. This is from the last clutch. Again, this is from the cherry bomb clutch, and I think this is pastel lavender. The camera is probably not picking up the really bright yellow borders to the alien heads, and you can see the head is blushed out as opposed to the orange dot on the top of the straight lavender. So I think this is pastel lavender. Awesome animal. Some growing to do on this guy. He's only just over a month old. Alright guys, that's just a little bit of eye candy for today's episode. I am about to film the remainder of So You Want to Breed Ball Pythons Part 6, which we're going to look at some young breeder females, first time females. When is the right time to start breeding your females and what to watch out for, and also an opportunity for you guys to have some of your questions answered, and I do have quite a lot, so we'll be covering those, but you can jump down in the comments below and ask some questions at the end of this video, and I'll try and answer as many of those as possible in the next episode. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.